Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things that nobody dares say. Today I'm joined by Andy from Scotland. I'll just click him on. Uh, Good lad, Andy.
How you
Hi,
doing, Russ?
I'm all right, Andy.
You me
Uh,
all right?
yeah, fantastic. So what you been up to, mate, while we're recording?
Been at
Knockhill.
Knockhill today with my grandson go-karting. I promised I'd take him when I was 8 year old. He's got to be 8 year old before you're allowed to go. So did that today. Took him and my son down. So myself and my daughter just watched. So they had a great time. Nice day, but chilly. But it's Knockhill, isn't it?
You like it there, don't you, Andy?
I do. I enjoy it down there.
Why do you like Knockhill so much?
I don't know. It's just
Local to you, like.
yeah, it's only about half an hour away, and it's loads of different stuff there. It's if you like motorsport, it's
Mm.
only really it's the main motorsport circuit in Scotland. There's a couple other small places, but it's probably the most going on there. I would say motorsport wise. So, nah, I like it. I've been going there for probably over 35 years. I think it was about 14 or 15 the first time I went. But yeah. First time I went there, I got a run in an RS 200 Group B rally car. That would be,
Group B. What then? But then they banned in '86.
yeah, that'd be about,
You know why
I'd
they
probably
banned them? Do you know why they
well,
banned them? I know.
too,
Do you
too
know?
dangerous. Yeah.
Well, do you remember Toivonen? They called them Group B rally cars, didn't they, back in '80s, didn't they?
Yeah,
Toivonen one, he went off that corner, didn't he?
well, horrendous.
Carried on, didn't he? And they died,
Yeah,
didn't it? They,
that was
they
in a Lancia, wasn't it? It was just
Lancia
burnt up.
Delta, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, they were
Yeah,
too fast for body, weren't they, them?
yeah. And RS 200s, one of them, I think it was a Portugal rally, they ploughed into the crowd and killed about 5 people got killed, I think.
And I
I
think
think he swerved to avoid somebody and then ended up piling straight on into the crowd. Eh? It was like, whoa.
them RS2s, do you know what happened with them? Do you know do you know they were worth a fortune at the time, you know? So what they did,
Yeah,
they did something to them and they put them on road, didn't they?
yeah, you could.
There were
You,
only 50 of them, weren't there?
I think they made 200 of them.
Oh,
That's about
200. Sorry, there were 200. That's how they called it, the 200, didn't they? Yeah, sorry. There were
same
200
as six
road
R
versions, weren't there? Yeah, yeah, sorry, yeah.
6R4 metros. I remember at the time they couldn't give them away. There was piles of them, but now
Well,
they're worth
now
huge,
they're £1 million, aren't they now?
worth a lot of money now. I
Yeah.
think they were the best sounding car, the 6R4. They were.
6R4, remember that? There were some freakish cars, weren't there, back then, weren't there?
I think there's a festival down near Coventry, between Coventry and Tamworth. It was on earlier this year, last month. Or my young lad was telling me it's rally festival or something. They've got all the cars there, 6R4s and old Audi
I went with my
quattros.
mates in '87, you know, when I was 16, and it was. I'm trying to think now. Louise Aitken Walker, what best woman won there? She had a Cosworth.
Ah, she was,
I tell you
yeah,
what, I went and we went to that Kielder stage. And I swear to God, it was trape. You know, all it were in them days. You're traipsing over fields, aren't you?
a
All
mile.
day, 8 and 9 and 10 hours going to the next stage. And I
Yeah.
remember, you know, after being at it about 18, 17 hours, I was looking at my mate and he kept looking at me and I kept thinking, we want to fucking go home here, us. But then we're gone. We were like, oh, this is brilliant. We've got this to do next. Now we're like, oh my God, we're going to have to get us mental strength programmed here for the next so many hours. Like, but it ain't for me that I like to, get my head down somewhere nice and warm with a pint and some Betty's hot pot. I'm not into all that traipsing around with flasks with geeks. It ain't for
Up
me.
on a
It's like
hill.
being train spotting, isn't it? All day
Train
in vain as a 10-year-old, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like my mate who was a window fitter from Castle Conservatories, Jamie Deacon, he was a train spotter.
Is he? Aye.
Him and my brother and all these geeks who lived on my street. I used to say, where are you all going this morning about 9 o'clock on a Saturday? We're going train spotting. And I'd be laughing my head off. And my brother, I said, go on, get your send on with all that lot. Weird freak.
I like going to see a steam train if there's a steam train coming by. I think the Flying
Yeah, I took
Scotsman.
my lad to see that one at York. Is it Flying
The
Scott?
Flying Scotsman.
Yeah, but no, that's not for me. Right. First of all, before we start, we're going to wish all the very best to Connor Coghill. Is it Steffi Bullfighter who's got a bleed on the brain, which is not very nice. Yeah, you know the kid who fought Opie Price.
Right, that's bad news, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a bleed on brain apparently, Steffi's fighter. So that's not very good. So we hope that he's okay, and we hope that we wish him well. But he'll probably not fight again him now. But yeah, let's hope that there's nobody's failed any dope tests or anything.
No, that's the last thing we want, isn't it?
Yeah, but I very much doubt it. But let's hope they're all right. But it's not nice, is it?
No, that's terrible, isn't it? That's just
go on.
That's just the downside of the sport, isn't it? That's just it doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it brings it home to you, doesn't it?
Whenever there's any bad news, people like you, Scotchmen, you always like pour a large one, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Good health. We'll drink to the boy and hope he's getting better. Eh?
Yeah, you have a drink, as soon as I'm out wagging. Okay, Tommy Fury won. He's had his result changed from a mandatory decision win to a unanimous decision. Who gives a crap anyway? He fought terribly. We've seen what he's about now. He needs to stay up in that because he'd get flogged if he fought anybody at area level when he was a pro. What did you make of his performance after all that big build-up from him and his old man?
It's disappointing.
What did you think of it all?
I think he knows himself where he's at, what level. He said at the end, didn't he? He said, "There's only one Tyson Fury. I can only be the best Tommy I can be," or something like that.
Listen,
but the whole thing with well, like yourself, I'm probably a boxing purist. I'm just a fan. I'm not an expert, but I'm just a fan with an opinion. But for me, I watched it. My young lad was wanting to watch it, so I did watch probably most of the fights actually. But my concern is somebody's going to get hurt in that because there's guys taking clean shots after clean shot. And one of the fights, I think it was, I couldn't believe the referee wasn't jumping in to stop it. I can't remember what fight that was, who they were, because I'm not familiar with all these names.
Referees weren't even bothered. It was like it was just a jolly up to them, wasn't it? Really, they weren't taking it serious at all.
I think Ian John Lewis was there, wasn't he? He was.
Well, Ian John Lewis gets
refereeing one of the fights.
If you want somebody to put a bad scorecard in, look, Ian John Lewis got the sack because he's incompetent. Nobody's saying he's corrupt. He was incompetent. He kept making mistakes. If you employ a mechanic and he keeps messing somebody's brakes on car, you will sack him in the end, won't you?
Yeah, you'll not go back to him.
The problem with Ian John Lewis, why he's got everybody's backs up, he's incompetent, and now they've got rid of him, he's saying they're racist. Now, he gives black people like him, a bad name when they come out with stuff like that, because nobody's been racist to him. He's just useless. Now, if there was somebody getting sacked from there who were a great referee, or they won't give him promotion, and he might, like that Jeff Hines, he might have a bit of a case. Well, there's no case for Ian John Lewis or that bird. Get gone with your racist nonsense. I don't want to hear it. You're not good enough, love, and you want to put tights on in a weight ring. Piss off with your tights. You're no good in them. Ian John Lewis, you can't referee a piss up in a brewery. Get gone. All you need to do is get on Misfits, because that's all you're good for, because you are a misfit. That should be the end of it. I don't even think we even need to go over that anymore, because Ian John Lewis is going nowhere. He's going backwards. He is the Albert Trocker of boxing.
Yeah. But as Tommy's performance goes now, I'll be honest with you, before I thought this was going to go the distance. And I thought Tommy would win it, but I thought he'd get robbed on the scorecards because I thought it's all rigged in favour of KSI. But
I said that, didn't I? I said, listen, I can see, is the fix in? I was wondering if the fix were in. Because, to be honest, KSI got away with murder. I don't know why they took a point off Tommy Fury. I don't know.
No, totally agree with you there, Russ, because he never got any warnings of that. He was only just tapping him in the back of the head. It wasn't like he was getting stuck into the back of his head or anything like that. He was only just tapping him from where I was standing.
What you've got to understand, though, Andy, is this. It's a Misfits show, isn't it? And They've got to try and be a bit of controversial. They're always looking for an angle to do it again, because if they don't do that again, who does Tommy fight? And who does the other kid fight? Because there's only an handful of them, isn't there, really, doing like a round robin. So there's nobody to fight, is there? So they had to look for a way to get them out again.
And it's all, to me, it's all orchestrated. It's like the old WWE in the 80s, isn't it? It's all orchestrated.
Yeah, of course it is,
Big John's getting stuck in a bit. They'll have him fighting. Well, probably no, but they'll say he's going to fight, but
listen, mate, he never made a peak, did he? Then he couldn't get a peak out of him Saturday, could you? Because of what he'd done.
No. He's calmed down, but then he sold all the tickets, but then
what?
I tell you what, this guy's. I know it's no you and I's cup of tea probably, but it has got a following. There's not, whatever we say, it's got a big following, but it's all the younger folk that's following it.
Listen, Freak Show sells, doesn't it? Do you know if someone says, right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a Freak Show on outside your house, Andy. Are you gonna shut curtains or are you gonna have a little peek?
You'll have a look, won't you? That's it.
Of course you would, mate. Of course you would.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Now, where are we going with this Misfit stuff now? Because what other fights were on that show that were any good?
It was what was the fight? I'm trying to remember what one. That Logan Paul one was a nonsense, wasn't it?
That one was terrible. It was the one with pink shorts, wasn't it?
Is it
the first one, in Airy back, the flabby kid.
There was a tag team fucking match. What
were all that about?
Well, that's what makes it. That was what makes it even worse, isn't it? Whose idea was that? That's just. It's not for me that personally, but must appeal to somebody.
You know where you live? Is there any bed bug things doing rounds and bed bites? Is it up your way now?
No, I'm aware of. No.
Down here, mate. It's everywhere.
Did I see a thing on the news about that? Is it? I don't often watch the news or something on YouTube. It was super bed bugs or something.
Super bed bugs, mate. I've had to get no bedding. I've 3 beds in my house. All had to be done. All them things that go on bottom of legs, plastic cup things. You put them on end of your legs. You've got to clean all your bedrooms, over everything, Dettol everything. Put them things on bottom of bed. No bedding, no quilts, no pillows, no everything. And these things go under your legs, and apparently these like little. They're only as big as like apple pips, but they can only get into your bed up the legs. They don't fly or out. These things. That's what this link I've been getting. These little plastic things on 16 quid for each bed leg. You get 4 for each bed. That's like something that you click on top of a flask or something. And they've got drops in them, so once they get on it, they can't get out. So you catch it as the days go by. That special thing. I've got all them on, and this spray stuff. I've done a fortune in it, but I've had it now for about 2 weeks. And at first I thought it must be sunbed. So I hadn't been for a bit, ages, and I thought it must be that, and then it in. And but it's in my village. It's rife with them at the moment.
Right.
Honestly, and I'm on my 3rd mattress, and I thought I hope there's no damage on this mattress, and they're in. So I did all this stuff on it, flipped it upside down. No, so I don't know where they're coming from, or even if there ain't any there, because I can't find any. But everybody's itching. Oh, street round here is.
Aye.
What do you reckon?
That's not good,
not good, is it?
Oh, aye. No, I've never heard anything.
If anybody else has got same problems.
Where did they come from? Did they come in on your shoes or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know, mate. To be honest, I got a link off my neighbour, and he said, "Have you got any?" So I don't know, but I'm itching. Keep scratching all the time. I have been for a few weeks, so I don't know. But my dogs have been. My dog's got a cone on, one of them on his head over it. So we don't know what's gone on.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to that show then. What did you think to all licking from alt media around it all that week? What did you think of it, Andy?
The Gad was loving it, wasn't he?
The Gad were in his element, wasn't it? To be fair I'm Team Gad this week, actually. I thought he conducted his son all right, the Gad. I might have to do him in if I see him though. Now we like the guy, don't we? He's all
I
right.
seen him.
I just want to cut
He's
his
a character, eh?
Huh?
He's another character, isn't he? That we can you get a bit of
He's a
mileage out of the
character. He don't want to have a misfits fight for £1,000,000 because he doesn't need the money.
guy.
Guard, I'm training my
That's it.
knackers off here for you, guard, and you're knocking me back here for misfits check. What's happening, guard? Guard,
Somebody, I
what's
seen
doing?
somebody asked him about that, didn't they? Somebody says, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was
Umar
interviewing him.
IFL, Umar.
Was it him? Aye. I did see you know how John Fury was in the cage. I seen another video. It must have been an IFL one. And whoever was done, it might have been Cougs, might have been him. He was get Big John in the cage. Get John in the cage.
Yeah, I heard that. What are they doing, you see, right? They're shouting for Big John to get in cage because it gets them views. They've already got their cameras pointed at the cage. Get him in cage. Get him in cage because he does numbers, John. Doesn't he? He's a bit like Dave Allen did a few years ago. Get him in cage. They don't care about John. I think he's a crank. Coogan thinks John Fury's a crank. He's just not going to tell him to his face. I'll tell you, John, you're a crank.
Big John's getting nothing out either, I bet you. They're all,
Big John what?
Big John's not getting anything out their views, is he?
Big John ain't bothered about that. All he wants is his lads getting paid, doesn't he? That's which you can understand. It's father, isn't it? But this is how I look at it, right? Tommy's carrying off like a roadman killer, isn't he? Yeah. He's a boxer, professional boxer. He's fighting non-professional boxers, like his brother Tyson. He's fighting a non-boxer. John Fury is not even fighting anybody, but he stole the show. You tell me.
He's fighting perspex panels.
Well, when Big John came out of jail 8 years ago, he used to sit in that gym like a mouse. Like a mouse. And I look at him, I think, yeah, you're quiet, you. You're not quiet now, is he? You can't shut the man up.
No, he's on a roll, isn't
he? Is he ever going to have a fight? Is he ever going to have a fight? Because every day of his life, he's going to do somebody or he's going to fight somebody. Is he going to have a fight, Andy? Yes or no?
No, I don't believe so, no.
Is he one of them new breed of travelling men that don't fight?
Yeah. I think he should be a stand-up comedian myself. I think he'd be quite.
I don't think he's a fighting man. I think he's a comedian.
He's not a fighter. He's a lover.
Be real, people. Be real. Pop, pop, bang, end up, bum. Tommy couldn't get going. He didn't want to fight him. You kept holding him and holding him. What can you do? Pop, pop, bang.
It was just a hug fest, wasn't it?
What happened to?
It was a hug fest. The ref was terrible. The ref should have been breaking them up.
What happened to Big John Fury's game plan? Big trainer with game plan. Pop, pop, bang. You're only fighting a YouTuber. What's going on here, Big John? I thought you were going to do him inside a round. Pop, pop, bang. He went 6 rounds. And over here in his excuses and this and that. Tommy's come out and said never again. Within 20 minutes, he said he want a rematch. Because that's what John were poking him in hero, saying, don't you be coming up with that one again, son. Pop, pop, bang. You want a rematch?
That's it. There's a quick contradiction, wasn't it? That's me finished all this, but I'll fight Jake Paul again.
Big Shane came out and he said, no. What Tommy really meant were he's just sick of all bad build up to it. He loves the fighting. He wants to fight KSI again. He just don't want that bad build up. Pop, pop, bang. Listen, they've not know where else to go. Listen, if Tommy Fury jumped in right with a light heavyweight, yeah, cruiserweight, bridgerweight, middleweight, strawweight, whatever weight, any weight, at any level as a boxer, he will get beat. Get beat. Can't throw a punch. Can't pull the trigger. That's not his fault. You're just a YouTuber figuring out how to not win the fight, but how to negate or contain him. KSI didn't win the fight, did he? But he contained Tommy Fury, who was the boxer, didn't he?
Yeah.
YouTuber's containing you. How are you going to cope with somebody who's area level? Or, God help if you went up with somebody Commonwealth level. Oh, my God. What would Ricky Summers do? A journeyman at 175. Ricky Summers, and he'd step up to Cruiser to fight Tommy. What would he do to Tommy?
He would just old man him, and he'd have so much more experience than I would imagine.
So Tommy needs to stay with Misfits because and do as he's told because he ain't going to do all else. He's not going to win a belt, is he?
Yeah.
Right. So stay with Misfits, Tommy.
I'd like to see Big Shane have a fight in Misfits. He'd cause a bit of...
Yeah, they're in a ring big enough to hold Big Shane, is there? Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I'm all up for seeing Big Shane. I'm up for seeing any of them fighting, but out of any of them is fighting. Is Tyson fighting anybody? No. Tommy's not fighting, is he? Big John definitely ain't. Huey's not fighting anybody, is he? Huey's in.
No, I thought, what's happened with Huey?
What's going on here? Huey, I don't know what. They just need some good luck, don't they? They need to see somebody in some fights. Tyson's got to get in with Usyk. Big John's got to get in with somebody with an heartbeat, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Tommy's got to get in with, I don't know, that kid he's just fought. They'll probably have to fight him again, won't they? They're not going to put him in a proper fight, are they? If you're getting £5 million, he's not going to fight for 1,000 times less, is he? Which is 5,000. So if
you can't blame him, mate.
If you're getting 700 quid a week messing with them helicopters or whatever you do for a living, somebody offers you 7 million a week, 1,000 times more, you're not going to knock it back, are you?
No, you're going to take it. You can't blame him. You can't blame him.
Oh, really? People should get off Tommy Fury's case. Tommy Fury won the lottery. He can't fight. His stepbrother's Tyson Fury. He flew to slot on Love Island. The rest is history, isn't it?
Yeah.
About as fake
he's done well, really, isn't
he? He's done well. He's got fake muscles and a fake boxing record. The Fakeinator, just like his father. What? I'm only telling it true, is it? Are you telling me he's any good as a boxer? No. If he were Tyson, if he were Tommy Smith from Bognor Regis, would he be on Love Island?
No.
Right. There you go.
He wouldn't be anywhere, would he?
He'd be serving crack up in Bognor Regis, one on caravan size. That's what he'd be doing. Bang.
Or he would have to be doing a proper boxing apprenticeship and fighting his way up.
Exactly. Go learn your craft.
Yeah.
Carl Froch's son, Rocco, knocks Tommy Fury out. Now, Rocco Froch ices Tommy Fury. Now, pop, bang on that one.
Yeah.
Right. Eddie missed out on Fury, who wanted 2 easy fights. Serif Sarifi and that other dude he fought, didn't he? He fought them easy ones, didn't he?
Yeah.
Zhang. Tyson's not fought Zhang. Eddie let Zhang go. Eddie had Usyk, he let him go. Put all eggs in Joshua basket and Eddie. But I think he's backed the wrong horse.
Oh, aye. It's all slipped through his fingers, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah, so there's Wilder and Joshua. Is that well and truly dead and buried? Is that...
I don't think Joshua should fight Wilder. I think I said before, I think if he gets the chance, he should fight Fury first, because I think Wilder will finish him. I think that's a danger for him. I think if Joshua fights Wilder, that's the end of Joshua. I think so. But I think if he fought Fury and got beat, he could still fight Wilder. But if he's going to struggle, he's struggling to sell tickets at the moment as it is. So if he gets splattered again or whatever, his stock's dropping rapidly, isn't it?
Well, this is the old the top 5 as I see it. Fury or Usyk, 1 and 2, yeah? We agree on that.
Though. Yeah.
They've not fought. Right. Wilder, number 3. Zhang, number 4. I've got Joshua, number 5 now. What do you think to that? Do you think that's fair?
Yep, I think you've got to put Martin McCauley in a bit there somewhere.
He's not got a signature win, has he? Really?
No, he needs a bigger win, doesn't he? At the moment, I think he's got.
He's got a win over Yoka, 7-0 amateur. Yeah, Olympic gold, but he's not a world champion. He's 7-0, so he's still a novice, isn't he? That's his best. Yeah. So jury's out on Martin McCauley, but the jury's definitely not saying he's crap. But we're not saying he's elite. But we're saying he's possibly top 5 or 6, aren't we? But till he gets another win. Like this guy he's got next, Takam. That to me, really, still don't put him in top 6, a Takam win.
Nah,
You got to do
should
more than
be.
that.
Yeah,
He's a
he
top
needs
10
to
guy, McCauley, isn't he? Definitely top 15. He's in the mix, isn't he?
put him in with Hergovic and see how he gets on. That's what I
They're
would
not
do.
going to want that, are they? Jurgovic's team are not going to risk.
No,
That's a
no.
50-50 fight then.
Yeah, it's a bogeyman. He could be the bogeyman for him.
It could be a bogeyman. It could be an Ortiz. I mean, they all swerved Ortiz for the last 10 years, all these Brits, haven't they? No Brits have never been near him, have they?
Eddie signed him up and parked him up, didn't he?
Eddie signed him and parked him.
Yeah.
You know, Eddie says Wilder and Big Meech is on first half of 2024. But we heard that last year, didn't we, for it being this year? I mean, and he's saying it's going to be down the line. But I think that's a bit hypocritical, really. Already hammering Usyk and Fury fight, and yet he can't get that one on Wilder. Joshua, what do you think to that, Andy?
And I think he said that Wilder Big Meech is a bigger fight than Fury Usyk or something like that.
No, he's Fury Usyk's massive because it's undisputed. And if they fight next year, it'll be like a quarter of a century since we've had one. We're waiting all these years, mate. I had a Keegan Perm last time we had it undisputed.
Look at this. There's the last undisputed champion up there.
Oh,
you see that?
Lennox.
I got that framed that. I took your advice and framed. Well, the Ring magazine. I found a couple of frames, but the Ring magazine was too small for him. But I got a good picture of Ali there as well. That's on the back of a boxing monthly supplement. I think it was. I found. Remember, I found all that old memorabilia that I had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So from back in the day. So,
going back to this Misfits, Andy, do you think it's been found out at weekend as really poor level boxers?
I think so, but I don't think that'll do
deter the crowd. You mean? Yeah, I don't.
I think it's just going to keep running, and they're making must be making huge money. They said it sold out did it sell out in a few days, 3 days or something like that? The whole event. It's crazy. I even seen Eddie Hill.
2,000 tickets to fighters, didn't they? All rest were done by public. So when you think about it, really, they've got an audience, haven't they, for it?
They're selling more tickets than Big Meech, aren't they?
Yeah, Big Meech. Yeah, Big Meech couldn't do not with O2, could it?
No.
They found a chink in the armour, and that's greed, in my opinion. Do you think that?
Yeah, they're milking it, eh?
Calla and them. You wouldn't have thought Calla would do out like this, would you, to damage the sport of boxing, but it looks like they've gone this way because money's more important to them than the sport. Now, if they're going to keep putting these like misfit shows on as regular, and it keeps going like this, well, the general consensus would be, well, boxing fans is not going to be interested, are they? In the sport, they're going to want to turn away. I'd thought, wouldn't you?
They're obviously not worried about their own reputation either, are they? For the sake of money's, like you say, money's God to them, isn't it? Money is more important than reputations or integrity. If you were passionate about something like you are, like you're passionate about boxing, you're not going to put trash like that on, are you?
Well, no, heck, man. Listen, you know what? Let me just say this to you. Right? Let's say I was this Arab guy, yeah, whatever he's called, Turkey, whatever he's called in here, something. This Arab dude with all this dough, right, who's palling everybody up. I'd say, right, straight away, first fight, Joshua Usyk. Fury Usyk, get at it. No rematch, get at it. Who wins? Get one winner out of that, and then have that winner defend them belts once. And then I'd split them up. I'd split them all up, them belts, me then. Because you need one champion with that ring belt. Lob the rest and let everybody else audition to get a shot at the title. Let the WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, the IBO don't do managers, but let them do them. So let them 5 organisations, each one of them give you a mandatory a year. So that champion's fighting 5 mandatories a year, and one fight he can pick himself 6 times. So we have the heavyweight champ out once every 2 months. That's what I'd do if I were in charge. And if he was saying, "Oh, I'm injured this, I'm injured that," I said, "Right, get gone then. Let's have somebody in for vacant belt," and I keep it active. I would.
Yeah.
We're going to see, aren't we?
I think after it becomes undisputed, I think all the belts should lose their credibility and just stick with the ring belt. One champion, one champion. Because
only need one champion, don't we?
The amount of controversy with the way the governing bodies run things anyway, with temporary champion or regular champion, and it's just a nonsense, isn't it? Super champion or whatever. WBA is bad, but the WBC they've got worse as well, haven't they? They're just not giving Fury a mandatory.
What do you think? Yeah, I agree. What do you think to Boxer performance at the moment at Sky? Do you think they're putting good stuff on?
When was their last show? Have they got is that a Bricktop show next week with Dan Aziz and Buatsi? Is that a Boxer show?
No, I'm not sure what that's on, to be honest. I think it might be on Sky, that, yeah, because Boatsi's main man in it, isn't he?
He's a Sky man, Dan Aziz, is he a Bricktop fighter, isn't he, Dan Aziz?
I'm not sure, I'm not really sure. I think he might be, I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. He's 35 next birthday, that Dan Aziz, and he's done it the hard way, hasn't he, that Dan Aziz?
I fancy him to win it, because Buatsi is probably a more naturally gifted boxer, but I think Dan Aziz, like you say, he's done it the hard way, and I think he's more resilient and determined.
More active.
Yeah, more active, and he's probably got more heart. He's, like you say, he's had to do it the hard way. People that do things the hard way are harder to beat, aren't they? I think, but so we'll wait and see. I just favour him to just edge it. Just slightly, yeah. I do favour him though. I don't like sitting on the fence, so I'll go with him. I'll go with Dan Aziz.
What do you think that rumour at Crawford Mayweather is going to fight?
Crawford Mayweather, a proper fighter, not an exhibition.
Crawford Mayweather. Well, there's talk about it in the moment between the camps. You think Mayweather will come back at 47?
I think he's made a mistake if he does.
Against the guy 9 years younger than him.
He's Crawford. It's not like he's anybody either, is it? Crawford's I think he's a pound for pound number one at the moment. I think he is.
You'd have to say Crawford, wouldn't you? But then again, all that lot in that, at least Usyk, Crawford, who's other ones I like? Usyk,
I know you.
Usyk and Crawford. I know you, and Beterbiev. It's a toss-up between them four, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Canelo did that. He had a slightly better performance in his previous one, didn't he? Against
Yeah, but I can't have him in my top pound for pound.
He's a drug cheat, isn't he?
Drug cheat, can't have him in.
He's got form, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's got a little bit of form. He's got more form than me. Hey, do you know what I'm thinking today, mate? I'm not being funny. I'm thinking, I'm driving home today on motorway from all that, all the way up at River Ouse. I kept thinking to myself, God, you know what? In 5 years' time from now, there might not even be any boxing. Do you know what I mean?
I know, you just don't know what's going to happen. It's
well, I bet there's some people at the moment that are a bit worried about where it's all going and that. Because
I think there's a lot.
Go on.
I think there's a lot of uncertainty about things, isn't there? This whole,
yeah, of course there is.
This whole Conor Benn thing, that's a perfect example, isn't it? I mean, what's happening with that? What's happening with the board and anything?
But the board, it looks like they're poo-pooing it, doesn't it, with this Conor Benn thing? They're poo-pooing, they're filling the nappy, aren't they?
I mean, he's fighting again, and it's like they're hoping it's all just going to go away, but there's no way that should be going away. That needs dealt with and faced up to. And I heard Eddie talking about putting Conor Benn Eubank on at Millennium Stadium in December or something. It's like
Millennium, they're out of their minds.
mental, isn't it?
Eddie needs to let us go. He's lost his shit over all this, hasn't he?
Oh,
This has put Eddie on downward spiral. Eddie's number 5 now, you know. 5th ranked boxing promoter in the world. They were number 1. He's number 5.
He's 5 alive. He's been as damaged him.
When his dad dropped out at the top 10, they took his dad took his bat and ball home, you know, years ago. That's Tony Dodson. They had him. Barry Hearn took his bat and ball home once he couldn't have it his own way with boxing. The bat and ball went home, and they waited for landscape to change, didn't they, till it all dried up, you know, with Bricktop and all that. They waited for it to change, and it did, and then he stepped in. And I think they'll go missing again and come back at a later date. I do, honestly. I do.
Yeah. Bricktop's rolled the years back. I thought he was looking younger the other day. I was watching an interview of him.
He's walking around grinning, old Frankie boy. He's grinning like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah, he's king of the hill.
You can't blame him, can you?
No,
at the moment, he's big. He's number 1.
He's outmaneuvered them all, isn't he? He's,
oh, Bricktop, pop, Bricktop.
Good on him, eh? Good on him for being so resilient and just outwitting them all. Eh? Love him or hate him, you've got to admire him, eh? He's been at it for years, eh? Decades.
Bricktop's been at it since 70s, hasn't he?
Aye, and he won't lie down for no man, will he?
When Bricktop started promoting, Henry Cooper used to splash it all over, you know, brew. Old Spice, one of them.
Him and Kevin Keegan.
I think it was Brooke, wasn't it? Splash it all over.
Wait a second, I'll switch this heater off. Get cooked in
there. Oh.
Getting cooked in my cavern.
Yeah.
Did you watch any? I sent you a few TikTok videos of a wee guy up in Scotland. He used to be an STV presenter. A guy called Frank Goldfeather, and he's teaching young guys how to box and that. But he's quite inspirational. He's about 78-year-old, and he's I tell you, he's a fit guy for his age. Yeah.
Yo, we just send you the part 2, kid.
Yep.
I'll send you the part 2. Go on then. Please continue to join us on part 2. Pop, pop, bang. We know a song about that, don't we?